3 fires in 3 weeks in one Hatteras Island neighborhood. The Dare County Sheriff says it's not a coincidence. The first fire happened the night of February 5th on Sea Vista Drive in Waves. The second 4 days later on the street behind it. And Sunday, a third fire in the same area. That's where we find 10 on your side's Ann McNamara and the Sheriff's Department calling this arson tonight.
Tom, they won't go that far. The Sheriff's Department is calling all 3 of these fires suspicious. There's a good reason they won't call it arson, because they need evidence. Now, that being said, debris from all 3 of these fires are with the State Bureau of Investigations. They're looking into whether or not it could prove these fires were arson. But the Sheriff's Department is very suspicious, as are people in this neighborhood. The worry, as you can imagine, is very strong, and it stretches to the Tidewater region because 2 of these homes that were burned are owned by Hampton Roads residents. If you follow the waves down the coast of Hatteras Island, you find yourself in a village by the same name. A village occupied by few year-round homeowners, full of rental properties. But there's one neighborhood where the rentals appear to be targeted not by vacationers, but by fire.
Biggest concern is, I guess nobody wants to be next.
The first to go, this home on Sea Vista Drive, torched by flames. Next, this house within walking distance on Midget Way. Neighbor Steve Myers says it took just 20 minutes to nearly disappear.
The one was the biggest flames I've ever seen in my life. It was actually melting the road. It was so hot.
And the most recent on the same street as the first. The sheriff says the fire started in the hot tub and luckily didn't spread.
With the wind around here, it's just like it can go from one to the other so fast.
But news spread among neighbors when the sheriff deemed all 3 fires suspicious. Deputy Steve Hoggard says there are no suspects, no traces of accelerant, and worst of all, no way for remote homeowners to prevent it from happening.
As far as preventative, unless you sit there or you have a fire alarm or something, then of course fire alarm's reactive.
And while investigators work leads, vigilante groups are monitoring the streets by night, checking the perimeters of each other's houses.
Hopefully they don't want to step up the ante and burn a house with somebody in it, you know what I mean? It's the scariest thing.
Another scary thing here, the wind. That's the talk of all of these fires, really. The third fire, we're told by the Sheriff's Department investigator that the wind actually saved the house because it kept switching directions. So the hot tub and the fence, the fire didn't spread from those to the home. And again, all 3 of these fires, we're told, happen on stormy nights. You remember Sunday was a stormy night as well. Residents are talking about that. They worry that if they have another stormy night, could this happen again, and could it happen to them? Live in Waves, I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on your side.